#1. And I just brought us an ends, Lil B is the first of the month. Right around, I'm in the kind.
Yo, what's up, cadets? It's Blue Nova, and I'm back with a new tutorial on how to get your vocals to sound like Yeat in his song Life. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the bell notification icon so that you're notified every time there's a new video. If you want to go ahead and get this vocal preset, it's available with the link in the description and also at the top of the comments. Now let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna let you guys take a preview of the song right now.
All we do is just go #1. And I just brought us an ends, Lil B is the first of the month. Right around, I'm in the kind, Lil B, I'ma tell the city, I'm afraid of the sun.
Ride around it, but that watch is on me. I got my blicky tuck. Head #1 up on this choppy, yes to the what?
All we do is just go #1.
Alright, cool. So the first thing we're going to do is put some auto-tune on our vocals. For the song, I have it set on E minor. I have the input type set on low male. For Yeat's vocals, there's typically a lot of auto-tune on his vocals, so I went ahead and set the retune speed all the way up to 0. With the humanize, I set that to 100, and this is what it sounds like with it.
Riding in that big little Tonka truck, riding around it, but that watch is on me. I got my blicky tuck. Head #1 up on this choppy, yes to the what?
All we do is just go #1.
So now we're going to focus on the actual vocal chain to sound like Yeat. The first thing we have here is an NS1 by Waves in order to remove some noise in the vocal.
Riding in that big little Tonka truck, riding around it, but that watch is on me. I got my blicky tuck. Head #1 up on this choppy, yes to the what?
All we do is just go #1.
Next up, we have an REQ6 to roll off some low end of the vocal.
Riding in that big little Tonka truck, riding around it, but that watch is on me. I got my blicky tuck. Head #1 up on this choppy, yes to the what?
All we do is just go #1.
After that, we're going to use an F6 by Waves in order to boost the high end so we can get some clarity out of his vocals.
Riding in that big little Tonka truck, riding around it, but that watch is on me. I got my blicky tuck. Head #1 up on this choppy, yes to the what?
All we do is just go #1.
After that, we're going to use an arc comp to compress our vocals.
Riding in that big little Tonka truck, riding around it, but that watch is on me. I got my blicky tuck. Head #1 up on this choppy, yes to the what?
All we do is just go #1.
We're going to use an RVox to compress the vocals again and also add a gate so that any noise in between the vocals is getting shut off. And also the RVox helps to bring some fullness and consistency to the vocals. So this is what it sounds like with it.
Riding in that big little Tonka truck, riding around it, but that watch is on me. I got my blicky tuck. Head #1 up on this choppy, yes to the what?
All we do is just go #1.
Next up, we're going to use a C4, which is a multi-band compressor. And what we're doing is just focus on some of the ranges that needed to be compressed so that it sits well within the mix. So this is what it sounds like with it.
Riding in that big little Tonka truck, riding around it, but that watch is on me. I got my blicky tuck. Head #1 up on this choppy, yes to the what?
All we do is just go #1.
After that, we're going to use a de-esser to de-ess our vocals.
Riding in that big little Tonka truck, riding around it, but that watch is on me. I got my blicky tuck. Head #1 up on this choppy, yes to the what?
All we do is just go #1.
And then we're going to add an L1 limiter just to even out the vocals.
Riding in that big little Tonka truck, riding around it, but that watch is on me. I got my blicky tuck. Head #1 up on this choppy, yes to the what?
All we do is just go #1.
All right, cool. So I added a second instance of Studio Rat just because I need to put a sibilance on the vocal and also put a reverb. So the first thing we have right here is the sibilance just to tame any of those harsh S's and T's that pass through.
Riding in that big little Tonka truck, riding around it, but that watch is on me. I got my blicky tuck. Head #1 up on this choppy, yes to the what?
All we do is just go #1.
And the very last thing on the lead vocal is just putting some reverb on it.
Riding in that big little Tonka truck, riding around it, but that watch is on me. I got my blicky tuck. Head #1 up on this choppy, yes to the what?
All we do is just go #1.
So now we're going to focus on the high note that you hear in the background of the song. Yeat is known for always using his vocals as a harmony and instrument, so we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to let you guys hear what my vocal sounds like with Autotune, and then that main processing that we just did on our vocal, you're going to hear it right now. So you just want to load up a second instance of Studio Rack, and this is what the main effect is going to take place. So you want to load up Picture Stomp, and this is going to be the effect that's going to give that tiny sound and also kind of spread it out a little bit. So this is what it sounds like. After that, you want to add an reverb to have some reverb onto the vocal. And then an REQ6 to roll off the high end so that it doesn't compete too much with the lead vocal. And for the final mix, this is it.
Riding in that big little Tonka truck, riding around it, but that watch is on me. I got my blicky tech. Head number one up on the choppy, yes to the what?
All we do is just go number one.
So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As I mentioned before, the vocal preset is available with the link in the description and also in the top of the comments. If you need your song mixed and mastered, just go to bluenovabeats.com. Go to the contact form on the very bottom of the page. Send me a message there. Put in a comment section what you all want to see next, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.
All we do is just go number one. And I just brought us an ends, Lil B is the first of the month. Right around, I'm in the kind, Lil B, I'ma tear up the city, I'm afraid of the sun.
Riding around it, but that watch is on me. I got my blicky tech. Head number one up